So guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a new video. So in this one today, it's all the build up to Manchester United versus Burnley in what is now a must-win game going into the first international break of the season. And also we have all the latest on all the transfer news, the outgoings, the incomings. The Garnacho to Chelsea saga continues on. Rasmus Højlund to Napoli. Is that his final destination, or is there some more movements in the last couple of days? Antony apparently having another agreement with Betis to go back out on loan with a permanent transfer at the end of the window. And also some massive news regarding Kobbie Mainoo and his future at Manchester United as well. So if you guys do go on to enjoy this one, please make sure to smash a like on the video. That would be greatly appreciated. Make sure to share the video to your mates and also make sure to comment your thoughts down below. Are we going to get a goalkeeper or a midfielder? And if so, which one do you want more and who do you want? Let me know down below. And also make sure to comment your score predictions and your thoughts going into Saturday's game against Burnley. What a big clash that is going to be. Hopefully Manchester United can win, but also we do have a game coming up against Grimsby, which I won't know the result of because the video's going out on Thursday and I'm filming it on Wednesday morning. So hopefully we win. It should be a walk in the park, but hopefully that should install some confidence back into the players and then we can pick up back-to-back victories going into the international break. Well, I hope so, because it's not been the greatest start to the season, and that is why I'm saying this game on Saturday is now a must-win game for Manchester United. But yeah, let me know down below, and thank you guys for the support on the channel. But let's get straight into it and read out some articles regarding Kobbie Mainoo and his future with the club after not being used so far this year in this year's Premier League season, which again has left a lot of fans frustrated because what we're seeing on the pitch is nowhere near good enough, and we know that Kobbie Mainoo could be making a big difference. The treatment of Kobbie Mainoo has been nothing but a disgrace, and it makes me sick, and that's my opinion on it. You can't treat a guy who came in last season and basically carried the team by himself, came in, was the best player, played way too many games than he should have, put in great performance after great performance, was our shining light, was our big star last season, and now he's not even getting a look in, and you're playing Mason Mount and Bruno in the midfield instead of this guy. You're seeing how frustrated he is. They zoomed into his face, and he was just like, he was so sad, and he was like, why am I not getting a look in when you're playing Mason Mount and Bruno Fernandes in the midfield, and it's not working? And you have a guy on the bench who could be making a difference. At least give him a go. At least give him his opportunity, which he fully deserves. It's been nothing short of a disgrace. I get it. You like Mason Mount, that's fine. But you have a sensational player, a massive talent, who you are just wasting right now on the bench. And he could be leaving you. None of us fans want Kobbie Mainoo to leave. We know how good he is. We know he's got a massive future, and we want that to be at Manchester United. But for crying out loud, give this guy a chance. Give this guy an opportunity. I don't care if you're saying, oh, he doesn't fit the system. I'll tell you this. Playing Mainoo in that midfield alongside Bruno would be better than Casemiro, Mount and Agate. Agate's been shit. Mount and Bruno don't work together in the middle. And Casemiro's an aging guy, and he doesn't have the legs. This guy has everything you want. Kobbie Mainoo has everything in the locker. Such a talent is being wasted right now. And I'm just so sick, and I can't believe this treatment of this star right now from Ruben Amorim. I don't get it. I really, really don't get it. If the midfield was working, fair enough. If it was perfectly fine, we were getting results and we weren't struggling, and it wasn't clear to see the problems, then fair enough. But that's not the issue. I understand you can be, what's the word, stubborn. I understand you want to be stubborn and you want to play your way. You want to stick to your formation. That's fine. But don't make it worse for yourself by putting worse players in the midfield. You're getting exposed every time. You're getting exposed every time, and it's nowhere near good enough. But these were some of the articles from Laurie Whitwell. Kobbie Mainoo has been left deeply frustrated by not featuring in either Manchester United's matches this season. He is open to leaving the club before the transfer window closes on Monday, having discussed as much with his teammates. So that was the first one from Laurie Whitwell, when it goes on to say there is a belief that Manchester United would now accept around 45 million for Kobbie Mainoo, potentially even less as the deadline draws near. I think the deadline for this window is next Tuesday or Monday. Correct me if I'm wrong in saying that. There was another one. Kobbie Mainoo currently has no intention of renewing his contract given his playing opportunities under Ruben Amorim. His willingness to leave was initially thought to be a bargaining position by many at the club, but it has become a real possibility. And it makes me sick, it really does, because for himself, I don't blame him. I would as well. You know, at his age, the talent he has, there's going to be Champions League clubs snatching him up, putting those bids in now within the last couple of days. There's going to be 10, 20 clubs just thinking, he's available now. Let's go and grab 45 million for him. That's a bargain. This is a 80 million, 100 million player. Easily. But now the window is coming to a close, and Manchester United and other teams know that Manchester United don't want to use him, and he's there to be stolen. They're going to be in. Expect loads of rumours and loads of sources and late bids coming in for Kobbie Mainoo. Even from like top Champions League clubs. And he deserves it. He deserves to go out there and be playing every game, be shining in a team, and I want that to be Manchester United. But Ruben Amorim is about to lose a massive player in the squad. A massive player. And this is the manager who said, I have big plans for Kobbie Mainoo. Fuck off. No, you don't. You obviously don't. So don't come out lying like that. If so, I want to see these big plans, and quick. And really quick. Because I do not want to lose Kobbie Mainoo. That will make me sick. That would be a disgrace. That would be an absolute disgrace if we end up losing Kobbie Mainoo in this window. Another youngster. Like, why do youngsters want to come through? Why? Why would they? When they get treated like this? After carrying teams. Carrying the squad last year. I don't get it. Why would anyone want to come through? I'd rather stick in the reserves or find a way out. If this is the treatment they're going to get. This is what we're built on. This is what Manchester United is. We're a club that builds off youngsters, that drives through opportunities to make players better, to shine on the bright stage. What are we doing now? We're losing our blueprint. That's exactly what we're losing. It's an absolute disgrace. It really, really is. Yeah, and also another one here, same from Laurie Whitwell. Some figures close to Kobbie Mainoo have been surprised by the lack of communication by Ruben Amorim. Rather than provide specific instructions, Ruben Amorim's general attitude about playing time is to tell players to train hard and earn their spot. And he said on the weekend that Kobbie Mainoo is competing with Bruno Fernandes. How are you going to compete with Bruno Fernandes when he never comes off and he always plays every game? There's no competition there. How dare you? How dare you? How can you say that? How can you say Kobbie Mainoo is competing with someone who doesn't get subbed off and is playing every game? How is this fair? How is this fair? But no, it's just shocking how players like Agate and defenders are getting more opportunities and this guy off the bench. I don't get it. It's the same with Xerxes. Last 10 minutes, you're bringing on two centre-backs and Kobbie Mainoo and Xerxes are there. I don't blame them, but that is on Ruben Amorim. You know, I want to back him, I do. But he's just like hurting himself. And we always say it. These managers that come in for Manchester United always end up doing it to themselves. Ten Hag did. Ruben Amorim's gonna go in the same direction. I just don't understand it. But no, that's the latest news on Kobbie Mainoo and his future. Hopefully it gets resolved. It looks like there's only one direction for Kobbie Mainoo. He doesn't want to renew. I don't blame him because of the treatment from Ruben Amorim and the club. And also, it's too late to sell him now, but this may be his last window with Manchester United, as I do see a move for him coming in the next window as well, unless somehow something dramatically changes and he actually does have big plans for Kobbie Mainoo. But in this formation, in this tactics, I just don't think he's going to use him. I really, really don't. And it's such a shame. It's a big, big loss. And being stubborn, it's fine and all that, but it only goes in one direction at Manchester United being stubborn, doesn't it? And we know where that is. leaving the club. So, I mean, we'll have to see what happens, guys. But let me know your thoughts on Kobbie Mainoo. And the Højlund situation, it does look like Napoli are making a big move for him. That's the latest we know at the moment. I think it's going to be a loan with a potential to buy as well for a permanent move. So him to Napoli. But there's still a lot going on. Other clubs could still come in. It may be a deal which goes down to deadline day, but I think this one's going to be one which gets done hopefully sooner rather than later. The Garnacho situation, Fabrizio Romano, I don't know how many times now, but has came out saying he expects Garnacho to move to Chelsea and it to be an imminent move before deadline day. So it does look like now Manchester United and Chelsea are very close to making it happen. I think it will be around 40 million or 35 with add-ons. That's what I see happening. But I do want to tell you guys, I have a feeling Garnacho is definitely going to Chelsea in the last couple of days. Anthony has an agreement with Betis for another loan with a permanent transfer expected at the end of the season, which is really, really good. So that's good, get another player off our books. But other than that, that's all the major transfer news going on. The Lammers situation with our new goalkeeper, we are still not at their evaluation. We're still a bit behind on that, so hopefully we can speed up and get that done as we desperately need a keeper. And the midfielder situation, again, is very, very quiet at the moment with Manchester United. So I do not expect a midfielder to come into the club unless a deadline day deal happens for someone at a low price. And it's a panic situation probably with the midfielder situation. But my God, we desperately need one as we were so unprepared going into the start of the season in that position. You know, no one works in the middle. Bruno's not a midfielder, and this is why it's not working. We knew that, and it's still a major problem at the club. And playing Agate, Casemiro, or Kobbie alongside him, it doesn't make any difference because he's not a midfielder. We need a guy in there. If Bruno's going to play there, we need an out-and-out midfielder who is going to be up and down, and controlling the midfield, and we don't have that at the moment. So Bruno Fernandes is expected to come and pick up the ball, which again is just useless because we need him at the other end of the pitch, and this is where all our problems lies at the moment. It's a major position in the midfield as well. You lose and you win games in the midfield, and right now we are losing games. Game in, game out, we are losing the battles, we're losing games in the midfield, and that's where our major problem lies. So that's all the latest transfer news. But the game on Saturday, the last game before the international break, Manchester United against Burnley. Burnley won last time out, and of course Manchester United got a 1-1 draw against Fulham. But I'm looking forward to the game, and this one now does become a must-win game. And I'm not going to lie, I do expect to go and win this one. We're back at Old... Is it away? I think it's an away game, isn't it? I want to say it's an away game. So if I double check. No, Manchester United are at home. So we're back at Old Trafford, and this has to be a win. There's no excuses anymore. Against a team like Burnley, we have to be going there and beating them at least 2 or 3-0 comfortably. That's what I'm expecting going into the game. Any major changes? We know that Mazraoui is slowly coming back into training, but other than that, I do expect largely a similar team with Benjamin Sesko starting this game on Saturday, which I'm looking forward to. We can finally see Sesko, Cunha, and Mbeumo all playing in the same team, which is going to be good. And yeah, I don't really expect any changes. I expect Amad to keep his place in the squad. I expect the midfield. I have a feeling he might start Agate alongside Bruno, but I would want Kobbie Mainoo in there, but we just know he's not going to do that. So my team going into it, Andre Onana, I'm expecting to be back in goal. He's going to be starting the cup game. That's official now. Him, Sesko, and Kobbie Mainoo are confirmed to start the game against Grimsby. So maybe that's in line with all of them starting on a weekend. A possibility. I'm not too sure. I'd hope so, because that would mean Kobbie Mainoo is starting. But he might keep Bayindir in goal, and more than likely he will. But I'm just fed up of seeing him, and I'd just rather Onana. I know it's not a massive upgrade. It's really nothing on it, is there, between those two? But I would just start Onana. I just think he's a better keeper, not by much. much, but I just think he's a little bit better. And in the back five, Lenny Yoro, I'm going to go with De Ligt and Shaw again. I think he's really set on stone with keeping the back three the same as it is at the moment. And then, of course, bringing on Maguire off the bench late on, which he's done twice now. So I do expect the same defence. They have played well together, to be fair. None of them have really put a foot wrong. De Ligt and Yoro have been really good together. Shaw's improved. And then Dorgu and Ahmad, Bruno Fernandes and Garte, I'm going to say, in the midfield. And then Cunha, Sesko and Mbeumo up top as well. So that's my team going into it. My score predictions, I'm going to say Manchester United to win this one. I'm going to go 3-0. We have to turn up and we have to be a lot different and a lot better than we were against Fulham. I want to see a similar performance to what we saw against Arsenal back at Old Trafford. Fans are going to expect something in this game now. Considering that Fulham result, we have to bounce back and we have to go back to Old Trafford and put in a top performance and win this game comfortably. There's no excuses. It's Burnley. We can't be losing this game. Otherwise, Amorim is in deep, deep trouble. I will tell you that now. It's a game Manchester United have to respond. I do think we will. So I'm going to go 3-0 to Manchester United. I'm going to say Cunha, Sesko, and I'm going to say Ahmad to get one as well, guys. So let me know your thoughts down below. If you did enjoy, make sure to like the video, make sure to comment and share the video as well. That would be greatly appreciated. Let me know who you would want, a goalkeeper or a midfielder in the last couple of days of the window. Personally, I want a midfielder. I think that's a bigger priority and a bigger role that Manchester United need. So yeah, I'm going to go with a midfielder, but let me know your thoughts down below. But thank you for watching and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.